The Fairy Toot near Butcombe in Somerset is a fine example of a long barrow, or at least it would be, had not so much of it been destroyed. A long barrow is a funerary monument for a farming community. They were built between 2400 BC and 3400 BC and are typically made from earth and or dry stones with flanking ditches. They are amongst the oldest monuments we can see in the British landscape today. Indeed, the name Fairy Toot has a linguistic etymology going back many centuries. A fairy in English folklore is often associated with a supernatural denizen of the underworld. A toot, on the other hand, is an ancient English word meaning a low mound, hill, or even a barrow. The connection between the subterranean fairy world and the landscape of the barrow is well established in literature. Indeed, in the medieval masterpiece Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, where else does the hero meet his nemesis but in the confines of such a place?
Then he bears to that barrow, and he walks about it, debating with himself what it might be. It had a hole at one end, and on either side, and overgrown with grass that grew everywhere, and was all hollow within, naught but an old cave, or a crevice of an old crag. He could not find the words to tell. "O Lord," said the gentle knight, "have I found the green chapel? Might I around midnight hear the matins of the devil?"
In the 1780s and 90s, the site was opened up and gradually completely destroyed, leaving behind what we see today. In their 1929 book, Somerset, authors Wade and Wade describe the site somewhat laconically as follows.
A remarkably fine tumulus of masonry, said to have been one of the finest in Britain, in the chambers of which skeletons have been discovered. A few vestiges of it now only remain. The rest has been used as a lime kiln.
Although hard to imagine now, the mound was originally about 180 feet long, maybe 75 feet wide, and who knows how high, 10, 20, 30 feet. It's astonishing how much has simply disappeared. Indeed, today, above ground, little now survives save for the wreckage of an old stone building, which may comprise some of the Great Barrow's original stones. Yet, below ground, it is thought that enough archaeological evidence survives, including the buried evidence of its great side ditches, to tell anew the story of this ancient monument and guarantee its protected status. The Fairy Toot today is a prime example of what can happen when ancient monuments cease to have any perceived value in the minds of the public or indeed of the state.